and it's about playing underdogs. Doesn't specify with sport, but it really applies, I'd say, like, any sport, college football, pro football, basketball. Let's say you like an underdog, a +7 underdog. You think they're going to win the game outright. You're a $100 better. Do you bet all $100 on the money line at a nice plus money return? Do you take just the free? He says free 7 points, the +7 points, or do you split the bet? Teddy, I'll let you attack this first, and then I'll follow up.
I almost always split in these situations.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'll split with depending on how confident I am in the dog winning. If I'm confident that the dog's going to win, I'll still put 2/3 of my wager plus the points and 1/3 on the money line. If I'm less confident, it'll be more like 3/4 of my wager plus the points, and then 1/4 of my wager on the money line. And for a bigger dog, it will be something like 4/5 of my wager plus the points, and 1/5 of my wager on the money line. That tends to be the spread, my ratio between when I'm more confident in the dog winning straight up versus when I'm less confident in the dog winning straight up. But I will have at least something on the money line for just about every underdog I play in basketball or football. So great question, Oven Fresh. And there's no right answer. All right, there really isn't. But my strategy has always been split the wager. What about you, Steve?
Yeah, I'd say the right answer, first of all, is to be consistent throughout the season. Decide ahead of time what your strategy is going to be so that you're not second guessing yourself, right? So you don't want to try to pick your spots where you think, in my opinion, where you think a 7-point underdog is going to win outright. Because as Teddy knows, in the NFL, most dogs of less than 7, when they cover, they're going to win outright a large majority of the time. So that's another reason why we do play them on both the money line and the point spread. If you're looking for that quick score, you're going to take the +7. And by the way, it's not a free 7 points. I left it worded that way on purpose because I wanted to mention that you're laying $1.10 to win $1. So you're actually laying minus juice on those free 7 points as opposed to like a 2.5 or 3-to-1 return on the money line. And so that's priced in just like the run line money line difference is priced in baseball. But I like the half and half. Like you said, Teddy, you could stagger it a bit as you get to bigger dogs that are less likely to win outright because you're getting a bigger return. What I would recommend is, hey, look, if you're normally playing +7, you're playing to win 100, right? So you could stagger it so that you still win 100 overall with the half money line, half point spread. You would need a little less invested that way on a 6 or 7 point dog versus a 2 or 3 point dog. But Teddy, this is something you said you do both in basketball and football. Is this college and pro? Do you have any sports you don't do it in?
Well, I mean, baseball's all money lines. So
No, I'm talking
we're
about
not
point
doing
spread
it.
sports. So, I mean, like college versus pro. Obviously, the NFL lines are a little more accurate than the college lines, probably.
Sure. So I'll do it more in NFL and NBA. Okay, where the lines are tight. Absolutely. In terms of the percentage of my wager is higher. That said, in college sports, I'm putting something on the money line with my double-digit dogs that I don't necessarily do in the NBA or the NFL. In college sports, if I like a 14-point dog, I'm going to take a taste on the money line. I don't split 50-50 because I don't want to win my point spread bet, lose my money line bet, and end up washing for the night. I want to show a profit for that. So my ratios are never 50-50. I'm always taking more plus the points because if my initial handicap was right and there was too many points, I want to show a profit for that, not a push. So, but that's my strategy. Everyone does it their own way. If we all did it the same way, there'd be no betting marketplace at all.
Yeah, real quick before we get to Arthur, Teddy, I want to point out too, this is about underdogs. I don't know if you agree or not. I do not recommend laying -2 or 300 on the 7-point favorite, for example. This is
Correct.
dogs only, correct?
Dog, 100%. There are the times I lay in NFL or NBA or in football or basketball. The times I'm laying more than 140 on the money line are few and far between. And basically the only money line with the favorite bets you're making there are short favorites. You think they're going to win the game. They're not. You don't expect them to. You don't want to worry about them winning by any kind of margin. But 140 is about as high as I'll go, and then I rarely get that high in the NBA or NFL. 130 with my money lines. General.
Once again, and research shows too. Most of the time, if a dog is less than 7 in the NFL, they have a good chance of winning outright. So you don't want to be laying 2-3 times more with that favorite because if they don't cover, it's a good chance they're going to lose the game outright anyway. So it's something to keep an eye on with football around the corner and the NBA just a few months after that. All right, good question. Thank you, Oven Fresh. Once again, leave questions in the live chat. More importantly, in the comments below on YouTube. If you've left questions the past couple of weeks, We haven't gotten to him. Prez is a busy man. He misses the questions sometimes. Leave them again. And if we don't get to him on the show, I will answer them personally on YouTube. We love the comments and we reply back and read all the questions as well.